Oke. Okay, so good morning, everyone. My name is Jonathan Teror Kusuma, and it's an honor for me to be part of this seminar. As the master of ceremony, and with the participants in the seminar, with the main topic about be the top finance professional in the digital millennium. This seminar is held by BINUS University, collaborating with ACCA Indonesia, London School of Accountancy and Finance, the only ACCA Gold-approved learning partner in Indonesia. I also want to remind all the students to change the name with format, name, strip name, and for the lecturer, please change your name with lecturer code strip name. To start this seminar, we will pray for a moment as a form of gratitude because we can still gather on this day. I'll pray in Catholic, and all the participants can pray with your own respective religions. Father God in heaven, thank you for gathering all of us today to carry out this so that we can get the knowledge that our speaker provide. And hopefully, what we learn will be useful for us in the future. We also hope that hopefully this event does not lack anything. Amen.
Amen.
And as a form of your presence, please fill in the registration form that you are required to fill in the feedback link that will be given after the end of the session. Now, please welcome Mr. Gatot Suprianto, SA, ACCA, Master of Business, PhD, CA, CPA Australia, CFE, as a Dean of Faculty of Economics and Communication of BINUS University. So, Mr. Gatot, the time is yours.
Thank you, Jonathan. Can you hear my voice clearly, Joe?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Our distinguished speakers and resource person for today, Mr. Manish Kidwani, the CEO and founder of London School of Accountancy and Finance, Ibu Hani Karunia as the head of ACCA Indonesia, Pak Aditya Fadriansyah as part of our resource person today as well. Ibu Lindawati PhD as the head of department of the accounting program BINUS University, Ibu Jensen as the head of program finance BINUS University, and Pak Toto Rusmanto PhD as the head of program for our accounting in Bekasi. Ibu Sasha as the moderator for today's session, and of course, our fellow lecturers, faculty members, and beloved students of BINUS University. Very good morning and welcome to this wonderful international webinar. The international webinar today with the topic of to be the top finance professional in the digital millennium is part of our ongoing initiative to strengthen our relationship with ACCA. We also want to build awareness about the importance of such professional certification for the students, especially in BINUS University, for the success of their future career. The faculty of Economics and Communication in BINUS University really welcome this wonderful idea, event, and collaboration. Definitely, or especially during this pandemic area, the pandemic situation, with this webinar, we can stay productive and also insightful. Under the Faculty of Economics and Communication, we have Accounting and Finance program, which stretches over 4 different campuses in BINUS University. We have accounting in Kemanggisan, we have accounting in Alam Sutra and Bekasi campus. We also have finance program, regular program in Alam Sutra, and finance international program in Senayan, with total more than 2,500 active students across 4 different campuses. So definitely, we sincerely hope that this webinar, as well as the collaboration between ACCA and London School of Accountancy and Finance, can help us, can help BINUS to prepare the students to embark their new career, especially in the career of accounting and finance. Finally, I do really hope that this webinar will inspire these young minds, the students, to pursue their career in banking, investment, and finance. Enjoy the webinar. All the best. And over to you, Jonathan. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gatot, for the opening words. Now it's time for our moderator, Miss Sasha Sabrina. To Miss Sasha, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan, for the opening. Good morning, Pak Gatot, Mr. Manish and team, Bu Hani and team, Pak Aditya, Bu Sophie, our fellow lecturers, and all participants. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Sasha Sabrina. I am a faculty member in Department of Accounting, BINUS University, and I'm here to be the moderator for this event. I will divide this event into 3 sessions. First, I will share some information about the program of ACCA. And the second session, we will all witness the signing of the MOU between BINUS University and London School of Accountancy and Finance. And in the third session, our speakers today will deliver a webinar entitled "Be the Top Finance Professional in the Digital Millennium." Okay, as we know, BINUS University, especially the accounting department, has a vision which is to bring out graduates who can compete globally. One of the ways to achieve this is by building cooperation and collaboration with international accounting professional institutions. The accounting department has collaborated with ACCA Indonesia for several years by accrediting the accounting curriculum and providing special programs for BINUS accounting students who wants to obtain international professional certificate that are globally recognized in addition to a certificate from a university. To strengthen this collaboration, BINUS University and ACCA Indonesia have continuously created MOU, and on 25th of September 2020, BINUS University and ACCA Indonesia extended the MOU as a proof that the accounting department strongly supports students in obtaining international certificate. And on this happy occasion, I would like to introduce the ACCA student ambassador from BINUS. They are Jonathan Theodore Kusuma and Gisela Septi Aspasya. And they will always help you get to know about ACCA and become an extension of ACCA in BINUS. So if you have any question regarding ACCA and its program, you can contact the ACCA student ambassador, either Jonathan or Gisela. Okay, before listening to the webinar today, on 24th of October 2020, we will witness the signing of the MOU between BINUS University and London School of Accountancy and Finance, the only gold-approved learning partner of ACCA in Indonesia. I will invite Pak Gatot Supriyanto as the Dean of Faculty of Economic and Communication, who will represent BINUS University in signing the MOU, to give a speech related to our collaboration. To Pak Gatot, I will invite you to turn on the microphone.
Thank you, Bu Sasha. I think this is a very wonderful moment for us. As Bu Sasha mentioned earlier, that this is a very great opportunity for Accounting and Finance BINUS University to have special collaboration with London School of Accountancy and Finance, a gold member or approved partner from the ACCA. As we know, the internationalization in BINUS is very strong. We also have a very high standard in terms of graduate employability, including global employability that we are focusing on. And we do believe with preparing our students with this certification, professional certification, including ACCA, it will help broaden the perspective of the students, as well as opening up a wonderful opportunity for the finance program, for the finance career in the future as well. So it's a great honor for us to have this wonderful collaboration. And of course, we sincerely hope that this will not stop here during the ceremony only, but we can really materialize it in terms of the participation of the students into the certification and also many preparation courses that I believe already have pre-planning within the department. Thank you very much and look forward to have a very wonderful and also strong collaboration among ACCA and London School of Accountancy and Finance. Thank you very much, Bu Sasha.
Okay, thank you, Pak Gatot. Next, we will invite CEO and the founder of LSIF, Mr. Manish Gidwani. To Mr. Manish Gidwani, I invite you to give a speech.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Pak Gatot Supriyanto. It's such an honor that we are in this state now after lots of discussion and about how, because we shared a common vision, which is about the global employability. So I would like to express my greatest gratitude that we have aligned our vision, we have aligned our what we want to do together. So this agreement has come forth because of a lot of people's effort. Bu Hani Karunia from ACCA was instrumental in this, by Ignatius Edward, Professor Linda, the team members, so even the legal team who took some time to make this and arrange this, review the whole arrangement. But what I want to say that I have two things to say in my opening address. Firstly, when I look at the overall organizational view of BINUS University, the vision of BINUS of being a world-class university with a continuous effort, continuous innovation and enterprise. And when organizations, when they become big, they feel too comfortable. Generally, but looking at BINUS, even in this situation, in this pandemic, the drive and the passion for that vision, it is not only words. We can see it in our daily conversation that the desire to do this is real. Yeah, so otherwise you wouldn't see this day coming. So I want to say to the students of BINUS University that you are in the right place, because the university that you are in really cares for your continuous growth. That's one. And then the second thing is about the vision, the global employability. ACCA is all about that, global employability, global opportunities. I studied in Malaysia, studying for my ACCA, and I used to see that, wow, when you are at the top leader, when you are in the corporate world or in the audit firm, it's such a nice thing to do. And then when I came to Indonesia, back from Malaysia, I was in Singapore for some time, but when I came back to Indonesia, what I noticed was the top leaders in Indonesia, for the CFOs of many companies, Indosat, Astra, and so many companies, all of the top leaders, the finance leaders, are not from Indonesia. Mostly are from other countries. Even in the audit firms, you have people from the Philippines, from India. So it moved me a lot that actually, to some extent, it made me upset that why in Indonesia we do not have people who want to take such leadership roles. Why there's so much of comfort level that everything want to be okay. I'm just too satisfied with just being this. I have a degree. I'm already satisfied. I have this much. I'm already satisfied. So this BINUS University and us have this continuous desire, like the continuous growth, continuous learning, So I see that I want to see our graduates, the ACCA graduates, the BINUS graduates who are going to pursue the ACCA certification, to look for those leadership roles. Those leadership roles is what you want to have, because that's the whole idea of having a certification, to have the leadership roles, because when you are at the leadership role, you have an overall picture of the whole business. So I'm so excited about this, that BINUS and Lanus School of Accountancy and Finance have joined forces, because we are serious about students not only having leadership roles, but also having opportunities. So I want to see, me and Pak Gatot want to see days where we will be sitting together and talking about BINUS graduates who have done ACCA, are sitting now as the CFO of some company in the Europe, some company in US, some company in the UK, some company in Malaysia and Singapore. I want to see that, and I want to live to see that day. Yeah. So thank you so much for making this happen. It's such an honor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Manish. Now it's time for the signing ceremony. Pak Gatot and Mr. Manish, could you lift the document to the camera, maybe?
Sure. Let me. Can it be seen?
Pak Gatot also?
Unfortunately, I don't have the document with me, Ibu. So I will virtually sign probably on the document on Pak Manish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. The committee, please capture some documentations.
Okay. I'm gonna take the picture in 3, 2, and 1. Again, in 3, 2, and 1. Okay. It's done.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Pak Gatot, Mr. Manish, and committees. Next, we will start our webinar entitled Be the Top Finance Professional in the Digital Millennium, and will be followed by a sharing session from ACCA members. And the question and answer session will be opened after the sharing session. Our speakers for today are Mr. Manish Gidwani, ACCA MSc, and Ibu Hani Karunia, MBA MSc. The ACCA members are Pak Aditya Fadriansyah, ACCA, and Ibu Sophie Aurelia. I read the CV of all the speakers. For the first speaker, Mr. Manish Gidwani. Mr. Manish Gidwani has been a CCA member since 2001. He is the CEO and founder of London School of Accountancy and Finance, the only gold ALP in Indonesia. He was the first Indonesian to complete the ACCA qualification in the shortest time frame of 2 years. In Ernst & Young, he attained extensive experience in financial reporting and auditing. Besides public practice, he has been in professional education and training industry for almost 15 years, mainly devoting himself to his vision to widening access to education. He is a renowned IFRS and ISA trainer and has taught in reputable corporate clients of LSAF such as Unilever, Prudential, HSBC, BP, and conducted trainer sessions for Indonesian Institute of Chartered Accountant and ACCA accredited university partners such as UI, Trisakti, Institut Teknologi Harapan Bangsa, dan Prasetya Mulia. In addition, Mr. Manish was also trusted with teaching IFRS at British Prosperity Fund sponsored G2G training in nationwide government finance training for convergent to IFRS in Pemprov DKI, Semarang, and Bandung. Currently, Mr. Manish is working as CEO and founder at PT London Global Consulting, LSAF Global Pte Limited Singapore, and London School of Accountancy and Finance Indonesia. CFO at BINUS Yogyakarta Media, Audit Committee member at PT Aviatur Travel and BINUS Group Asia Indonesia, Business Partner IFRS Convergence Services Partner or COSO Internal Control Implementation at public accounting firm Morse Rowland Asia Pacific, and lecturer for ACCA modules. The second speaker is Ibu Hani Karunia. Ibu Hani Karunia was joining ACCA from Accenture, where she was the country lead for people mobility services. Ibu Hani brings a wealth of experience in business development, customer service, and sales, including marketing in a number of sectors. She's a graduate of Universitas Erlangga, majored in accounting, and began her career at KPMG. She has also lived and worked in the US for over 10 years, where she attained her MBA in marketing and MSc in computer information system. It's also where she started her career in education as student recruitment for a California-based education institution. She enjoys cooking, playing with children, traveling, and recently found new interest on doing high-intensity interval training at home. And the first ACCA member is Pak Aditya Fadriansyah. Pak Aditya Fadriansyah is an oil and gas industry professional with broad finance and commercial experience. He is working as Deputy Manager Gas Commercial at ConocoPhillips Gresik Limited. He is graduated from UI and proficient in Excel modeling and production sharing contract. And the second ACCA member is Ibu Sophie Aureli. Ibu Sophie Aureli is a junior auditor at public accounting firm Y Santosa. She's skilled in auditing, tax accounting, marketing, account management, and financial accounting. She has diploma degree in accounting from UI and BSc in applied accounting from Oxford Brookes University through ACCA. Okay, the webinar will start soon, Mr. Manish and Bu Hani. Now the Zoom is yours.
All right. Mr. S, you can help with the our presentation slides. Yeah, Jonathan. Thanks. Awesome. Can I confirm that if you can hear my voice clearly?
Yes,
Jonathan,
sir.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah, yes.
You know, I
Yes,
always believe, and I know, and it's my thinking, a strong belief that, you know, accountants and professional accountants must always be in the front, always must be seen, because they are the leaders of the organization. So you know, this style of sitting behind the screen with your video off, it is not so interesting for a professional accountant, because that is an old accountant. Old accountant used to go behind the screen, always used to do, you know, in one corner of the screen, one corner of the office, and not seen where is this person. Yeah. So can I invite the participants to on their videos. So you are part of this session, and you are alive. You are live. So I know I'm talking to real people. Can I challenge you to do that? I'm going to see if people are owning their videos. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. So today's session, we want to talk to you about being the top finance professional in the digital millennium. Why we say the word top? Because we want to show you where the era is at the moment, what kind of opportunities are available now, so you can see that where can you direct yourself. Yeah, because you don't want to be just a regular professional, a regular graduate. Yeah, you want to be somebody who is aiming at the top. Yeah, so I always think that when you are aiming for something, aim for the highest thing. Yeah, because if somebody else can do it, you can also do it. Yeah, if I could finish my ACCA within 2 years, it's not that because I'm smarter. It's just that I was desperate. I was desperate for success. When you are desperate, when you are, at that time I was poor. So when you are desperate, you are poor, you feel that's the only way to be successful. You will do anything. So sometimes in our comfort zone, we are not willing to be successful because we feel, okay, if I get it, it's okay. If I don't get it, it's also okay. But I want you to think about the top finance professional and in the digital millennium. So I'll tell you what's happening now. Next slide. Yeah. Okay. Jonathan, you there? Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So what is happening now? It is where we have a lot of drivers of change. Yeah. What are those drivers of change? The drivers are that previously, when you are as a finance professional, your job is doing things which are repetitive. Yeah, where you are, things like, when I graduated, I started my work doing bank reconciliations, which was a painful experience because it's so much of data. Even later, you will hear from Sophie, one of our students, that currently she is engaged in a project which involves some reconciliation from a company who's now trying to move into digitalization. So this is a transition period. So, but previously it was all about reconciliations, bank reconciliation, control account reconciliations, intercompany account reconciliations. But now the focus was more about preparation of data, things that were of the past. Something has already happened in the last quarter, last year, last month. We were asked to prepare data. Now, all of this role of preparing data, reconciling data, ensuring the data is accuracy, is in a stage where the system, where the technology is able to prepare. And everybody is thinking that this technology will make accountants disappear because now we don't need accountants. Now, I want to say to you, this is so wrong. In fact, technology has helped the current profession who are only seen as people, oh, you are just a technician preparing things behind the desk. Now, this technology has helped this person to be at the front, because now this person will be involved not only in preparing data, because the data is already prepared. He'll be there to use the data, and he will be there in the boardroom, in the strategic boardroom with the board members, with the management, and give them directions. Where should I focus on? Where should the organization focus on? Because the finance professional is the one who has all the data and he understands the data. So you have a unique opportunity to be able to retrieve that data, analyze the data, visualize the data, and then provide strategic information to the organization, to the management. Hey, this is your opportunity, because data is the new gold. Yeah, so this is one of the driver of change, where data is the new driver. Technology has become a great tool. I still want to call technology a tool. It is not an end goal. It is a tool for us to move and become a more strategic person, yeah, a business person. Yeah, and the second thing is, a lot of focus is on sustainability. Yeah, I always share this experience because I'm involved in mergers and acquisitions. So I know how business leaders now think. Previously, I used to think that business is all about profits, about growth, all about that. But I'm amazed to see that how businesses are thinking about the next generation. I want to share with you this experience when I brought in investors from Japan to Indonesia for a hydro electric power project in Kalimantan, because Kalimantan is going to be the new capital city of Indonesia. So, when we were talking about all the planning and all the mapping of whole the site plan, one of the key things when we were doing the AMDAL review, the Japanese side asked us and the company that was doing the project is, what will happen to the orangutan that is the endangered species there? What will happen to that? What are going to be our measures to help that? Do you know that was a discussion for 1 hour talking about that? And I was wondering, when few weeks ago when we were talking to the investors from China investors were asking us how much extra wood that we can extract from Kalimantan and bring it back to their country. So there is a different view altogether where people are overly profit oriented and short term, and there are companies who have this ethos, the ethics, and they think about the what is happening to the environment. And you know, the new generation, the generation Z, is very social oriented. They care about the environment because they know they want to breathe good air. They want to see the blue skies. So sustainability is a defining imperative age. And I want to say to you, another thing that is happening is the whole profession has changed, and the whole profession of finance professionals is becoming so exciting because now I get to be not a spectator where I do all the hard work and somebody else is presenting and somebody else is directing, and all we do is just previously was just laporan keuangan, audit report, thick reports which nobody reads. You know, it was previously is all about that, but now I'm there at the front and telling them, hey, look, this point, this particular disclosure, this particular information is so important for you to change in that department. You are at the leader level. So I want you to shift your mind that the current trend is given you loads of opportunities to take leadership roles and strategic roles and transformative roles and entrepreneurial roles in the organization. So it's an amazing opportunity. Next. So what has happened? Why this has happened? Because the Industry 4.0 brought something with it. Previously, it was all about specialization. Yeah, Industry 3.0, 2.0 was all about mechanization, specialization, where people will think about mass production. Let's do specialization. Even in universities, we used to say, this is the jurusan that you have to follow. This is the studies that you must do. You used to brand yourself that I am a jurusan finance, I'm jurusan accounting, I'm jurusan management. It was all about specialization. But now it is not about specialization anymore. It is all about learning about the whole business process. It is about collaboration and integration. So a finance professional is now knows not only finance. A finance professional now knows how the business works. He understands the business. He understands the pains of the marketing department, the department that you always fight with because you always want to cut their budgets. Yeah. So why this has all happened? Because Industry 4.0 brought something different. It brought the nexus of human and machine, where now instead of the machines are being used for mechanization and specialization, now machines are being used to learn the humans. They can understand how we are learning. For example, when you are typing something, there are suggestions by the artificial intelligence. The speeches that the presidents make are actually made by the AI. You are able to give instructions to the machine and tell the machine that today I want you to prepare 1,000 invoices. And then you focus on something more important than preparing invoices. You focus on something more strategic than just preparing purchase orders or running through a reconciliation. That's why, because there is a human and machines, there is a nexus now. There is a communication. That's why we have smart of everything: smart cars, smart TV. Smart. Everything is smart because there is communication. Next. Okay, now I want you to look at this trend, and all those who have seen your videos is on, I want you to at least pick one of this trend and tell me which trend strikes you. Yeah, I give you 30 seconds to pick, and those who will pick and explain why, there will be a souvenir from us, from ACCA. Yeah, so pick one and tell us which trend particularly strikes you and why. Put it in the chat box. Jonathan and Ms. Diaz and Sasha can help me to see what's happening in the chat box.
Okay, Pak.
Okay. Anyone? Or maybe you want to, Ms. Sasha, are they able to unmute themselves?
Okay, you can unmute.
Can you go back to the previous slide?
Jonathan? Jonathan?
Yeah. Awesome. Can you unmute yourself and tell me or write in the chat box at least one of this trend that you see and which strikes you, which thing you think, wow, this is something good, something interesting, and why? If the lecturers are also here, can also participate. Which one do you think it catches your attention? Anyone? Let me pick some names. Oh, Alvin. For me, it's number 3, the word. Because right now technology has become so advanced that a lot of mundane work can be done automatically. Correct? Yeah, the automation, the word automation. Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Alvin. Learning culture, especially with the pandemic that happens nowadays, it will change the way of the accountant and finance professional work. Yeah, learning culture. Number 14. Yeah, you notice a lot of people are eager to learn more things so that they become more relevant. Yeah, in this pandemic, people are more willing to attend webinars and grow themselves. Awesome. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, so you, Miss Budames, let's record their names because they will be receiving a nice souvenir from you. Are you going to say what will be your souvenir?
Sure, Pak. This souvenir will be a very nice tumbler from ACCA, and then there's a notebook, there's a USB, so we'll see. So please interact with the speaker. You'll get one.
Awesome. Thank you, Dames. In my opinion, number 2 is very intriguing as technology helps to run new knowledge and build new habits. Number 2, digital drives never seen before new opportunities. This is a new thing, and it's not only new. I think I already see it in my daily work, in my audit work, in my consulting work. Companies that ask us to do things are so different. Previously, projects were very same projects every year, but now they ask us to, can you extract this data and compile it in a data visualization and present it to our board group. So I said, okay, that's great. So we are asked to do data visualization. Yeah, awesome. Ellen, continuous learning. I love this. Continuous learning. Everybody in any major should learn new things and extract the value of new information. So we become more open-minded in different aspects and create opportunity and habit that increases self-development. This is so me, because I every year I catch up with new skills. I look for new certifications, and I want to grow every year. So last year I finished my MSc from University of London. which is part of an ACCA program. And then this year I'm taking data analytics. And ACCA has also recently launched their own certificate in data analytics, which I also plan to take. Yeah, so my wife always wonders why your hair is already gray and you're still taking certifications and growing. What's the point? I said, if I don't do this, I will lose my IQ. I will lose my intelligence. Yeah, so I need to continuously learn new things so that I can continue to be happy. It gives me a sense of happiness when I'm learning new stuff, and your brain continues to work better. Yeah. Okay. Next slide. Thank you so much for the participation. Next. Oh, there's one more. There is. Thank you so much, Elaine. Bunga Maxell, a business model, Justinus, digital recruitment. Thank you so much for that. Next. Next slide. Buhani, you want to
Sure.
move on? Carry on? Yes, thank you.
Yes. Okay. Hi, good morning. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Thank you all for being here today. So, as a sustainable organization itself, ACCA actually has stand for more than 100 years. Basically, ACCA has been established since 1904. Although in Indonesia, we only just been established since 2013. So obviously, ACCA definitely understand the formula of being sustainable organizations. So they decided to also formulate a 7 what we call PQ, or professional quotients for professionals to attain to excelling in our modules or learning methods. So this PQ or professional quotients, you probably already heard about IQ or emotional quotients. Yeah, those actually also consist in this professional quotients. So professional quotient itself is the behaviors and qualities that are required for a professional to meet the future needs and also challenges and demands in the professions. And it's actually enhanced by the individual progress in their careers. Okay. Now, what are these 7 PQs? Okay, so these 7 PQs that's include the EQ and IQ. There is also this technical skills and ethics and creative, and then digital and experience, and then vision. We'll have a closer look on that, including the 5 career zones that we will discuss in the later slides. Okay. Yeah, we can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so for accountant and also finance professional, we should have a deep technical and ethical skills that we actually gather from our qualifications and also from continuing professional development. We should not forget the perspective of this lens give us, especially in the ethical lens, okay? It is important whether you're an accountant in business or finance in practice, no matter where you go, you have to have your ethics intact with your integrity, because once you lose that, I think then you lose your value and all of your skills will just like diminish, and nobody will actually disregard you as being accountable for whatever you do in terms of your report or anything that's related with your skills. So now the business context is key to this digital transformation. While for the business skills, or we call it business acumen, you can get it from every day-to-day job or the operational work every day. But for the technology, it's actually constantly evolving. This including the digital skills. Now, technology in digital data is increasingly deliver value to customers. And for the digital skills, you must not be a constant form because it's continuously evolving. We cannot afford to stay still. You know, the days of the spreadsheet will continue to evolve away. Now we have more robust tools that actually offer an insights with combining from the professional and also operational data. Now, indeed, there is a convergence of these two dimensions that's happening. The sweet spot and why accountant and finance professional need to demonstrate the digital skills or the competence in their digital skills is the convergence of these three elements. We need to invest in ourselves to ensure that we maintain these skills. Okay, next, please. Next slide, Jonathan. Okay, the digital millennium is the world full of technology disruption, but also brings an imperative that presents a golden opportunities for the so-called millennial generation, as it brings these 5 exciting career zones. Now, I'm going to pretty much give you an overview of these 5 career zones. The number 1 is the assurance advocate. Yes, advocate, as you may understand, is advisor. So business can manage its risk appropriately and also ethically. Now, number 2 is this business transformers. Accountants can support business of all sizes, and this effort by leading the finance operations can change programs or even widen the business transformation initiatives. Now, number 3, data navigator. I've been data been keeping being pronounced by Pak Manis several times. Data is an enterprise asset that can be used in everything from building the business case for a new investment to providing a competitive threats. You know, accounting is the captain that navigates this data for the best use, so company can achieve their objectives. Now, for the digital playmaker, this is one of the most creative role that accountant has. The digital adoption is key. So accountant actually can act as a technology evangelist. They actually can choose which digital transformation tools that is applicable or actually can enhance the value that the company wants to achieve. So they can actually pretty much met their targets or met their objectives, including to achieve their sustainability goals. Now, for these sustainability goals, also actually quite related with number 5, the role as the sustainability trailblazer. It is quite in demand career zone nowadays that accountant or finance professional can play. It truly drives value in ways that are much more transparent and meaningful to the outside world. One of the current issues that relate with this role is about SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, which encourage company to adopt some sustainable practices and integrate sustainability information into their reporting. Through better reporting, organizations can actually understand, communicate, and better manage their contributions to the SDGs. Now, I think this is also where enough disclosure in financial reports plays a part, and also there is this call now for the integrate reporting to be able to be done efficiently and also met the objectives of all the financial report users. Okay, the next slide, please. Now, yes, indeed, digital is not just technology. Digital is actually a people problem, not a technology problem. You know, reskilling or upskilling, we call it also, will continue, but we have to also be mindful in giving focus for value for either the business or the organizations that you work for. Okay, next slide, please. Now, I have mentioned earlier about the 7 PQ or the professional quotients. Okay, so the professional quotient, it is again is the behaviors and qualities that required for an ACCA qualified professionals to meet the future needs and demands of the profession. And also it actually enhance by the individual progress through their careers. Okay. So again, the 7 PQs, it does include the EQ and IQ. It also includes the technical skills and ethics. There is the creative, digital experience. Those are, and also including vision. Those are the 7 professional quotients that we think that you can develop these skills through learning all of the ACCA modules. So how is ACCA develop these skills? Okay. Well, through learning these modules from ACCA, including completion of our PER or professional experience requirement, students need to show ethics and professionalism on the teamwork and case studies. Also, personal effectiveness and communication skills needs to be shown throughout the program, including, again, the completion of PR. It's actually one of the instrumental requirement before you're able to attain or get the ACCA titles, along with the completion of the EPSM module, which is the Ethics Professional Skills modules. Okay, students also asked to respond to the unique business scenarios and its exams, and making use their knowledge and skills creatively. Now, that means what? You kind of like being dig deeper in terms of your creativity. Okay, so you need to generate new ideas and solutions, to be able to, meet the objectives, or also, of course, completion of your modules. Later, there will be a slide that discusses in more detail how ACCA actually apply the digital transformation in the modules. Okay. Okay, I'm just being mindful for the time, because we also have 2 of our guest speakers today. I think for the next slide, it will be continued by Pak Manis. Yeah, I'll come back with you.
Okay.
So,
Thank you so much, Buhani. So, earlier you saw about the five new things, the 5 things that you must learn to become the top finance professional. So I hope you remember those 5 things. Do you remember them? The digital playmaker. You are the evangelist. You will decide where you will go. Which technology should the company adopt? Yeah. What else was that? There was an assurance advocate. Because you are there, because you are the professional, you're not just an academic graduate, you're a professional accountant, which you are a member of a global body. You become more trusted, because they know that if anything wrong you do, they can complain and remove your license from the global body. So you are a public person. It's just like when somebody goes to a doctor, they trust what the doctor says. Yeah. So where the doctor gives prescription, you never ask the doctor, are you sure about this particular medicine? Are you sure about this should be the action that you should take? No, because you are a professional, you are a public professional, you are more trusted. Yeah. So with those 5 things that Buhani mentioned, assurance advocate, digital playmaker, data navigator, what else was there? If you remember that, can you share in the chat box about what do you remember from those 5 things that you must do in order to become a top finance professional? You do that in the chat box while I'll be talking about the next slide. Next slide, please. You wish you were paying more attention to the slide, yeah? Come on. Some more first responses. The first 2 responses before we watch the video. I just mentioned to you, what are the 5 things you need to get to become a top finance professional? Buhani mentioned just now to you. Anyone? Okay. While the video is going on, I give you some time to remember, yeah, what are those 5, and put it in the chat box. Okay. Let's watch the video.
Being a CFO in today's world means always being a step ahead. Oracle, run projections with acquisition bid range increased by 20%.
Hey, Mom. Can we go to the mountains this weekend? Maddie and Tara are going, and they really want to meet up.
I've got an acquisition today, and it might get complicated, so let's see how it goes. Oracle, show me revenue by product. Hey.
Meredith, the new board member, Hannah, says there's a competing bid.
I already reran the financials with the updated revenue data and higher bid numbers.
On it, as always.
Oracle, increase supply chain lead times by 1 week for the EMEA facilities. What does the new merger mean for our debt-to-equity ratio over the next 8 quarters?
Will be higher for the first 2 quarters following the merger, but will stabilize during the 3rd quarter.
How's it looking?
Pretty good. Quarterly bookings are above estimates.
Workforce impact?
Our intelligence performance management system is suggesting that we get 100 reps to get $300 million in sales.
What's the impact of the acquisition on finances with the new bid range?
What about additional supply chain costs?
Our increased production capacity will allow us to reach customers more quickly, more than making up for a 17% increase in cost.
And what about security and compliance standards, slowing down integration?
With our integrated cloud platform, integrations are streamlined and global compliance is always up to date.
The competing bid may increase the purchase price. Will the synergy still be sufficient to justify the price?
We've modeled several competing scenarios and are in a position of strength to increase our bid by 20% and still have the deal be accretive. I mean, this could be really big for us.
Well, I think it's time for a vote. All those in favor?
The competitive bid lead came in this morning. How does she do it?
It's Meredith. She's Superwoman.
Because when you're CFO, tomorrow starts today.
Wow. Now, what did you notice from this video? Isn't this amazing that, you know, your friends who tell you because of technology, you will not be needed anymore, accountants are gone, you know, look at it. You tell them that, in fact, I will be your boss. Because of technology, I will be in the boardroom. I will not be in the behind the desk. I will be in the boardroom. You see, you notice that lady was in the boardroom. You notice that lady was not preparing things. She came and she was asking questions to the system. Tell me the revenue by product. Tell me what is the impact if I have different supply chain? What will be the different scenarios that I can have? Will it still justify the price? Do you know that she was directing? She was the business influencer. You know, now all the young guys like to become influencers, and it is a great thing. You know, it's a great asset to become an influencer. In fact, one of the students that we have who will be talking to you soon, Sophie, is one of the influencers, social influencers. So you will become a business influencer, like what you saw in this video earlier, that she directs the conversation, she directs the strategy. Should we or should we not? Yeah, and you will have an amazing work-life balance because you have technology now. Yeah. Okay. Hey, by the way, I'm so excited. Yeah.
I think we have quite several responders for your questions.
Yes. I was just noticing that. It's amazing.
And yeah, Pak Manis, I'm glad that you also related with the Oracle video with the career zones that we have. I think she basically also kind of display the data navigator, is it? And also probably she also does the role as a business transformer.
Yes. Because she's deciding which company has a strategic fit to the company, you know. So that's a business decision. Yeah. Yes. So you notice people have put here, yeah. Remember, you need to do 5 things. You're an assurance advocate, you're transparent, you're not hiding anything, you're a digital playmaker, you decide that you are evangelist, you are the transformer, a navigator, and sustainability trailblazer. So that's Ifan. Somebody's name is called Greatness Emanuela. That's amazing to put the word greatness in front of your name. That's awesome. And then you have Elaine Faustine, you have Ni Putu Indah, Gladys, Budamit. I hope you have enough tumblers for them and enough souvenirs for them. Justinos, Gina, Kevin, from Emanuela, Muhammad Rehan, and Julia. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for remembering this and putting it in the chat box. So everybody take note of this, that these are the 5 zones you should operate in. And moving forward quickly to carry it on, that what makes data the new gold? Your organization, these are the 6 hypotheses researched by ACCA, which proves that organization will focus on real-time data, not on data of the last month and the quarter month and last year, but they'll be focusing on what is the problem today, where exactly the revenue centers are not performing, which exactly products are not performing. You are able to analyze all of that. Yeah, so it's a real-time data, not of the past. In fact, you are also forward-looking data. Yeah, with all the statistical analysis, and data is transparent and open, getting everybody, when everybody is focused on, because you see, finance is the heart of the organization, and it is, and we should not only involve finance department, yeah, to be the one looking at finances. Everybody, all departments should be aligned, have a common vision about finances. How will they know about what's happening in the finances if you don't share them? If you don't tell the marketing department, the production department, the costing centers that these are the financial performance of your department, your organ, your unit, your business unit. So data should be transparent and accessible to the extent that those who are performing will be known, and those who are not performing have a time to do correction. So it's important for transparency, and business guys will be focusing on, you can ask later Pak Aditya, that a lot of time will be focused on getting insights, yeah, what should be my new direction. So insight generation, if you do not have those skills of interpreting variety of data, and you feel, oh, this is a lot of data and you cannot handle it, you will be left behind. You need to be seeing, okay, I have this information, what can I do with this? Yeah, so you have to be training yourself to be always critical and analytical about things. Traditional roles will disappear, finance functions will become virtual, and there will be a new rent a CFO, because traditional role may not be relevant, because what could happen is a CFO could be from a professional firm who has a helicopter view of all the whole business process, and he's more independent. Yeah, so there could be a chance that CFO is actually outsourced to a professional firm. Yeah, so that could be a trend towards that. So my suggestion to the young guys who are watching this session, learn to allow yourself to have variety of exposure. Don't have the ego of, I only want to do this. Yeah, you get opportunities to have some role in the HR, in the legal, in the marketing, in the finances. Take all the opportunities that come along your way, because all these opportunities will give you exposure to various business processes. Yeah, be open about it, because when you are at the top, you cannot say that I am a specialist in IFRS only. You need to have the whole business in your mind. Yeah, so that is a traditional CFO. Roles will be transformed. Next. So it is proven that those companies who have invested in digitalization, those who have invested, they have generated returns. So even in such pandemic, there is a question, should the organization pull back from such investments? You see, if the technology investment was thought through, that means you had a clear business case why you wanted to invest in this technology. You are not investing in technology just for the sake of it and for the pride of it, but there is a business case for it. You were able to drive business value with it. You should invest in this technology. Yeah, so Pak Gatot was saying a lot of digitalization is being held back. So we need to, in fact, it helps us to focus, okay, which exactly digitalization will help us to actually enhance the business value. And that should be the focus. So these companies who have invested have generated additional value to the business. So those who invested have a revenue of 1 billion, have an additional revenue of 700 million over the 3 years. So that's a research that was made by ACCA. Thanks. Next. What is the force of change? It's interesting that now the data that we have is volume. You have so many units, so many products, so many customers' behaviors are being monitored. Yeah, when they buy things, what is their behavior? Do they buy directly product C, or do they go to A and B first and then buy C? Yeah, when they are scrolling through their digital online, how do they buy? They are watching you. You know, all your behaviors has been. So there's a volume of data. There's a value of this data. There's a value for the data. There's so much of variety of data, and we need to have accuracy of the data and the speed. How by the time, if you're not fast enough in analyzing one data, by the time it becomes not relevant anymore. So you need to be speedy about this. Yeah. So you really need to get your heart into practicing even in the class. What kind of when you are learning, if the questions are not, even in ACCA, the questions are not about calculate or prepare. The questions are always about advise, discuss, because you have this much of data, what you're going to do with it, because that's going to be the real scenario. Yeah, so that's how things will be. And in ACCA, all your questions are like that, more of advise, discuss, advise, discuss. Next. These are some of the skills that you must have. Don't forget spreadsheeting. The spreadsheet, in one corner of your desktop, you will always have this Excel. Yeah, so even if you have your ERP, you will always have to export it, sometimes to present to the board members. So that skill of spreadsheet, is so learning things like business intelligence, you from Microsoft, is a very important skill. Yeah, so that's something that you must capture. With other systems like ERP, system strategy, data strategy, real-time transaction, blockchain. I think our last session in BINUS was about blockchain and robotics. Yeah, but I would really encourage you to get your hands on data analytics and data visualization using spreadsheet. And in fact, it's part of the ACCA curriculum in various modules where you are forced to learn this analytics. Next. So the digital quotient Buhani has already covered. So I'll move to the next slide. Now, this is the ACCA competency framework. Okay, and this competency framework is a result of all these trends, all the current forces of change being made into curriculum. Yeah, so you see there's variety of it. Yeah, in fact, you notice corporate reporting is only one module in a professional accounting training. You only have one module called corporate reporting. What is the others? How come only one module on corporate report? Only one component there, corporate reporting. What is others? You see, leadership and management has become a key thing. Yeah, so there you will see a lot of case analysis, a lot of actual scenario learning, a lot of simulation learning, leadership and management, strategy and innovation, financial management, but related to the latest technology, using ICOs instead of the regular IPO, using initial coin offering, using tokenized assets, how can you raise finance using P2P, using crowdfunding, sustainable management accounting, taxation, audit and assurance including forensic, corporate governance, managing all the stakeholder conflicts, yeah, and of course your professional ethics. Yeah. Next. So you notice these are all successful professional accountants in Indonesia. Pak Ignatius Jonan, I think he's also serving in the board of Unilever now. He was ex-minister, previously in Kereta Api, Besia, and Saratoga, Pak Sandiaga also now in politics. But brilliant accountants, brilliant professional accountants. Why I'm showing you this? Because I want you to visualize yourself becoming these successful people with this successful profile. So it'll be your name and this profile. Yeah. So you visualize that happening, and even thank God for it happening. So when you thank God for something that has in the future, you will be already progressing yourself with that. So visualize that you are this professional accountant, and look at these guys. They are Medco Energy CFO, Excel Axiata, Astra, Nestle, Prudential, CMB Niaga. Not a single Indonesian there. Okay, all are foreigners. So you need to replace these roles with you. Yeah, with you when you challenge yourself taking certifications, when you challenge yourself that I will go through that 3 years of work experience that ACCA requires and will help you with that. You become an experienced graduate, not only a fresh graduate. You will be challenged to take these roles. Yeah. So this slide, if you want to screenshot, take a screenshot of this and put your face and your title in below this. I used to do that when I was in school. I was already okay. I want to take these roles. I want to be a top person there. Yeah. So you need to be desperate for such success. And Pak Gatot said earlier, global employability. Yeah. So take such roles. Next. And these are ACCA members. I think the one that may come across is Tony Fernandez. Probably you know Tony Fernandez already. He's an ACCA member, managed to take over AirAsia for only one ringgit Malaysia because the company was in heavy debts. So he saw the opportunity, did the numbers, was able to turn around the organization and make it $1 billion company. Lorraine, Indosat, KPMG, Home Credit Indonesia. Again, the key focus is leadership, taking leadership roles. You are being trained to take leadership roles through this integration of ACCA certification and from your bachelor's degree from BINUS. Your purpose of doing this is getting these leadership roles. Next. Okay. Now, for the ACCA program, can I invite somebody from ACCA to explain this program? Is Buhani, will you be the one explaining? Jonathan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, hello, Pak
Yeah.
Manis. Yes.
Yes,
I think
Buhani.
you also kind of like slow download on my end as well due to the internet connections. Okay, yes. So basically, if you heard about ACCA, or sometimes people think that, oh, I'm studying ACCA, but then again, there is a different, as a students, and of course, then those who actually able to attain ACCA titles behind their names, right? So as a students are the ones who still carry through all the journeys, like, now first start, if you can see, there is this applied knowledge, start in the diploma in accounting and business. So there are 3 modules that you need to attain. There is the business and technology, and there is the management accounting, and there is the financial accounting. And then move to the next ladder. We call it for the advanced diploma in accounting and business is the applied skills, and there is 6 modules. So remember, 3, and then 6. Okay, so total 9 modules for until you get into the advanced diploma in accounting in business. So for the applied skills, it is actually consisted of the corporate and business law. Sometimes we actually call it by CBL, and then there's also performance management or PM. And then there is taxation or TX for the abbreviation, and then financial reporting FR, audit and assurance, and then there's also financial management. Now, if you see also down there's Oxford Brookes University. So I believe we are the only global qualifications actually that offer this type of pathways. This Oxford Brookes University actually is one of the prominent universities in the UK. You can attain a bachelor, BSc Honors in Applied Accounting, after you actually finish the RAP or Research and Analysis project. So that can only be attained after you finish the advanced diploma in accounting and business, and then you continue with your RAP. It's like a mini thesis lah. Okay. So now up to the ladder is there is this strategic professional module. So keep in mind you are not holding an ACCA title yet. Okay. So now if you want to pursue all the way, just like Tony Fernandez, so there is this 4 modules more. So the first 2 is essentials, is the strategic business leader and the strategic business reporting. And then the next 2 is an optional. Okay, you can choose 2 out of 4. So this optional, you can choose 2 in advanced financial management, advanced performance management, advanced taxations, and also advanced audit and assurance. Okay, so now there's 3, 6, and then 4. Okay, so all 13. And if you want to also add another title or degree behind your name or in BSc in Applied Accounting from Oxford Brookes University, then you need to also attend or finish your mini thesis for the RAP. And just FYI, in your certificate, there is no mentioning about, oh, you attained this through like, those remote or satellite learning or anything like that, or it's just like online learning. So there is no those kind of writing. So the certificate is exactly just the same. Like if you are going to UK and you finish your degree and you attended the Oxford Brookes University for the related major in applied accounting. Now, Hani, what are the next steps to get ACCA title? Okay, so like I mentioned earlier also, when I spoken about those 7 professional quotients, one of these PQ or professional quotients is experience. Yes, we actually also required you have 3 years of relevant work experience, plus finishing the ethics and professional skills modules, or we call it EPSM, before you actually can attain the title of ACCA. Okay, so remember that 3, 6, and then there's 4, and then there's a RAP if you want to take the BSc. Okay, and if you want to go all the way, because you're not a person that, oh, I'll just finish halfway, you are a go-getter and you just want to maximize your full potential. So I suggest that you take the ACCA title, which is, you combine the 3 years of relevant work experience. And by the way, also LSIF actually also give opportunity for the students to get some relevant work experience. So this means relevant is really relevant because you actually be able to get work experience at like EY, we have like KPMG. So the big 4 names lah, yeah, Pak Manis.
Yes,
and
yes.
Even some of your top students, I've heard, also able to maintain or get a job abroad. Is it like
yes.
Malaysia?
Yeah, some are working in Malaysia in PwC.
Yeah.
Some are working in EY. Some have already moved to startup companies like Shopee. So it's so heartwarming to see them growing, and now they're holding those key positions. Yeah, so I think that's so exciting, and particularly with this MSc from University of London book.
Yes.
It was never possible before that you are able to get a UL degree without actually going to the UK. And it was so expensive in the UK. But now the fact that the ACCA and University of London and Oxford Brookes University is available in Indonesia without having to travel there, it is so exciting, because I wish I had it when I was still in school. So because UOL particularly is issued by UCL, University College London, and the ranking is number 6 in the QS World Ranking. So it is a very, very prestigious title to have a master's degree from there, So yeah, I would encourage students to plan their bachelor's degree and also plan for their ACCA and MSc.
Okay, thank you for the explanation also, Pak Manis. Next slide, please, Jonathan. I guess I also will have some turn in asking questions, okay?
Yes.
So, okay, so for, I would say, okay, 3, whoever it is lucky enough to be able to answer my questions would get the souvenirs from ACCA. So if you can actually tell me, so how many modules actually one need to attain the advanced diploma? And okay, that's just one first, and then I'll ask the other 2 questions later. So who actually able to answer that?
That's a good one. How many modules are needed to finish the ACCA diploma, Bu, yeah?
The advanced diploma, yeah.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. Yes.
How many modules? Is there
You can
anyone?
put the answer on chat box.
Is there anybody able to respond to that? Oh,
6. Somebody said 6.
yeah, not technically correct, right, Pak?
Somebody said 14.
Also,
somebody said
yes,
13.
the 9 modules is good, because then you have to finish the diploma. It's just 3 modules, and then also the 6 modules from the advanced diploma. But basically, normally, if you don't get any exemptions, then you need to go all the way from 3 plus 6. I'm just thinking that you don't get through all of the exemptions first, right? But so yeah, the 9 modules are correct. Okay.
That is Gladys Penny. So let's record her name. Thank you, Gladys.
Let's record that. So now, what are actually the difference between those who able to get the title of ACCA behind their names, okay, compared to those who actually have finished the advanced diploma? What needs to be done after that? Can you? How many more modules that they need to attend, maybe in the strategic professional modules? Yeah, maybe if you can just respond that's you already good lah. Then I'll add, because after the advanced diploma, and you need to take the SP level, and
the
you need
strategic
to take,
professional level.
Yes, the strategic professional levels, and then plus there is the professional experience requirements, and also you need to finish the ethics professionals modules. But how many modules actually are in the SP, strategic professional levels? That's quite easy, actually. Ya, mungkin panitia kalau mau juga nggak apa-apa. If you know the answer. It's like the last level. Yes, who is that? Niputu Indah Ramadhani.
Yes.
Yay, thank you.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
2 modules, essential, and 2 optional modules. Awesome.
Yes.
Also, Elaine.
Elaine, okay. Yeah, I think Elaine also, okay, since I said 3 winners, so There you go. Okay, we have the 3 winners there. Okay. So yeah, the next slide here, we move on. I mentioned earlier also that, there will be a slide that actually depict or elaborate how, the digital age actually instilled in our modules. And as you probably also remember, there are several levels, right? There's the applied knowledge and applied skills, and then the SP or the strategic professional modules, okay? So now in the first modules that call the accountant in business, as you can see also, those are necessary, sorry. Okay, the accountant in business, those are the necessary, I would say, learning or learning modules that you can actually attain throughout this applied knowledge level. So there is the application and impact of financial technology and the fintech in accountancy and audit. And there is the big data and data protection and security. And when it comes to management accounting, there is this statistic and big data. So remember, in the applied knowledge, there are 3 modules. Now, the 2 modules actually consistent all of this technology reference or pretty much the digital transformation knowledge that you can actually learn through ACCA modules. Now, step on to the next level, which is the applied skills. Then there is this performance management. Remember, there are 6 modules, and there's 2 modules, the PM or performance management, audit and assurance. And then for performance management, I was just looking at the questions. It was just popping my screen. So there is the information technologies and system for organizational performance, and then there is the big data. I mean, big data is actually quite popular these days. Absolutely, big data is not about the volume that are actually useful, but it's actually the informations that is can be attained, and sometimes it's a series of patterns that a company trying to look at, so that they can see if there is any trends, or any projections that they can see from the big data to achieve a certain objectives. It could be also a new invention of a new products, also to just kind of see how the markets appreciate of certain products, and how they can actually invent or even like do a competitive threat analysis, like I said earlier, in some of the career zones that I mentioned. Okay, now for the audit and assurance, and yes, you will learn the ADA, the computer assisted audit techniques, including audit data analytics. I've mentioned to Pak Manis before, one of the reasons I, came to the United States all the way there to learn for the computer information system is because when I was working in KPMG back then, there was just a lot of popularity with the CTO, and then there's Sarbanes-Oxley. So the technology part is actually quite essential that time. It's maybe not just essential, it's actually already part of what we do as an auditor. So there's growing needs for us to understand the concept. But now with ACCA, you don't have to go, abroad, especially with the pandemic situation. You just can be in Indonesia and, learn ACCA basically. Now in SP level for the ethics and professional, there are, as you also, some of you already mentioned or respond, there are 4 modules that you need to take, right? There's 2 is actually mandatory, and then there's 2 is actually optional. As you can see, there's a lot of new terms there that is actually that you will learn. There's the initial coin offerings is actually a way for you also to accumulate, I would say, a certain base of capital. So maybe before we only knows about the IPO, initial public offering, but now there's coin offerings too, and there is blockchains. Yeah, blockchain itself, the use, it is like a big ledger, right, Pak Manis? So
yeah, it's a distributed ledger.
Yeah, so that's also I think is essential for accountants nowadays understand the concept and how it actually applies in the business and become the digital transformer earlier. You can choose which technology that you feel like it's actually applicable or appropriate for the company to use so they can actually attain their objective. And it's also being mentioned again in some of the modules, advanced finance and also the advanced audit for the using IT to assist auditors. Okay. Next slide, please. Thank you.
Okay, can we invite Ms. Tias Buhani to explain a program which is particularly for BINUS University students? Because this is a program that the university is encouraging the students to attain first at the first level of ACCA. Go ahead, Ms. Tias.
Yeah. I think Buhani already explained about the ACCA program details, so I just want to announce this program for BINUS University student. That Bu Hani mentioned that we can start with this diploma in accounting and business. So actually in the level of the knowledge, applied knowledge level, there are 3 modules that actually student need to take because of BINUS University. So BINUS University student just need to do one module in applied knowledge level. It's a financial accounting. So after this financial accounting, you pass the exam, you can get ACCA diploma in accounting and business. So it's only for BINUS University student. And also
So only BINUS students can do this, yeah, Ms. Tias, that they only do one.
Yeah.
And they can, out of the 3 modules, and they can get the diploma in accounting and business.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, we also wants to offer this program. I mean, it's for the preparation class of financial accounting, sir, for BINUS University student. So maybe this one, actually, what is financial accounting? I think Sir Manis can explain about.
Yeah, so inside the financial accounting, we'll go all the way to learning the initial IFRSs first, the IS 16 property, plant and equipment, IS 38 intangible assets, IS 37 provisions, IS 36 impairment. You will learn those basics IFRSs first, and then after that you also learn IFRS 3 and IFRS 10 for consolidation, so including IS 28 associates. So you already learned that in the initial financial accounting, and plus the interpretation. Yeah, so if you're able to do those topics and we'll be preparing you for the financial accounting. It's a good foundation for you to start the financial reporting. So financial accounting involves this whole cycle, IFRS plus the interpretation. So that will be a part of financial accounting training that we will help you to get the diploma. Next.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, that we want to offer this preparation class for BINUS University student for ACCA module FA. So I just want to inform about the regular price that we usually give to our student with the BINUS University student. So if you see there's a difference between regular price and the BINUS University, so this program special for BINUS University student. So I think another university cannot get this fee. This one is a special offer for BINUS University student. So if you see here for this preparation class, ACCA module FA, all the details here, there's a registration fee, there is a preparation class fee, exemption fee, exam fee. The total for BINUS University student, it's 6,250,000. But don't worry, actually we have, maybe I will explain about this one first. We will do the exam simulation next week. It's on Saturday, 31st October 2020. I think it's 30 questions for 1 hour. So the best 100 student will get more special prize from 6,250,000 to 5 million. So it's just for 100 best score who join this exam simulation. So maybe
that is next Saturday, yeah, Ms. Diaz?
It's next Saturday. So after this, maybe in the end of this event, we will share the link for you to get e-certificate and also the details for link this exam simulation and also the Zoom. Yeah.
What time is it, Ms. Diaz, next week?
It's around 10 to 11, sir.
10 to 11. That's great. That's great.
It will be live.
Maybe you can share with them what will be the benefits of joining the FA preparation class.
Sure. So actually for BINUS university student who join this preparation class, you will mentor by ACCA member. And also you will get access to our LSIF Google Classroom. So there will be a recording classes, there will be a revision notes, exam preparation kit. It's about the question bank, so you can practice all the question there. And also, as I think Mr. Manis and Buhani mentioned also about the opportunity to get internship in ACCA approved employer.
Yep. Only for those who are joining this program, we will ensure that you get the opportunity thanks to the network provided by ACCA.
Yes, and also this one is from ACCA, get the access to ACCA Global Career Portal, so you can find a good job opportunity there, and also access to ACCA Global Learning Community, guaranteed pass program. We just want to make sure you pass this exam. So this preparation class, we want to make sure that you pass the exam and get that ACCA diploma in accounting and business. And also
as the beginning journey, this is just the first part of the journey. So we want to start it off as the the starting is always the difficult. So we want to help you with the starting, the kickstart first. So hoping that once you start, then actually it's a doable journey.
Yes, and also it's a feature in ACCA magazine, sir. So I think this is benefit to joining a preparation class for this ACCA module with London School of Accountancy and Finance. You want to add something, maybe, Manis?
I think that's all.
Okay.
We have time running. I think we have other two candidates to share. Yeah.
So I just want to share also this one. Our previous student who joined the bachelor degree program. So some of them joined the graduation in UK. Some of them also joined in Singapore and Malaysia. And also maybe their background right now working where So it's a Miss Amina. I think she joined in UK directly in OBU, Oxford Brookes University. And then now I think living in UK, and then joining
our she's living in the UK. You know, I always calculate, because accountants always calculate. If you were to study in Oxford Brookes University, one semester is around £20,000. Multiplied by three years, you can imagine that you have almost £60,000 to pay. So that's a lot of money. So what I'm saying is, doing this in Indonesia with this kind of opportunities, and plus yet you can still graduate as if you're a full-time student in Oxford Brookes University, is a priceless opportunity. So while you're young, grab such opportunities, because later when you grow, you may not have such opportunities always there, because then you become tied up with your career and family and so on. But grab it as early as you can, like Amina has done, and now she's well settled in the UK. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Maybe we can next this one. Miss Simran. I think she already done, yes, sir, all the professional level. I mean, just need to fill
she's
up
preparing for the last exams in the upcoming December exam.
Okay. Also, sorry. Miss Alicia, so now is already ACCA member, now working at EY Jakarta as a senior associate, and also this one Kanda, now working in EY Jakarta and as a financial auditor and still doing his professional papers. I hope he can finish soon.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and this Celiana now working at Shopee as a senior finance associate, sir. Okay.
That's great.
Maybe after this one, Miss Asha.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Manish, Bu Hani, and Ibu Tias for the great insight for us. Okay, next. The next is sharing session from Bapak Aditya and Ibu Sopi. Okay, Pak Aditya and Bu Sopi, I invite you to the Zoom.
Yes, Ibu Shasha, can you hear my voice now?
Yes. Hello.
Okay. Hello, my fellow member, Ibu Sophie. How are you? Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Assalamualaikum.
Morning.
Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Thank you to BINUS, Bapak Gatot, Ibu Sasha, Jonathan SDMC, and also for our ACCA, Ibu Hamni, Pak Dames, and the whole team, London School of Accountancy and Finance, Pak Manish. Yes, we have met previously before, and
yes.
I also want to share my experience, and basically meeting you is a blessing in disguise. We met in the event, and I see you being granted as an ACCA member, and from that, I tell to myself that, as you also mentioned during the presentation earlier, if you can do it, then why can I? So that's also one of the things that I want to share in my presentation. It's really an honor for me to be able to join this event today and to share my experience to you all. I hope through this sharing session, I can inspire you and make you to be the top finance professional in the future. And thank you for everyone who's joining this, especially you, the future students, and also the future fellow ACCA members, hopefully. Aligned with today's theme, to be the top finance professional in the digital millennium. 2020 proved to be a year of unique challenge. However, it also provided a unique opportunity. The pandemic forces each company to innovate and accelerate its digitalization, not only to survive, but also to thrive during this era of difficult times. It should also provide each and every one of us an opportunity for you, either you're a student, you're a lecturer, or professional. This is actually a good time that provides you a unique opportunity to start or to venture to new things that wouldn't have been possible before this pandemic. I only have several slides divided into three parts. The first is why I choose ACCA, and the second is the long journey that I have to obtain the ACCA certification, and the third part is the sharing or the lesson or the life career opportunity that I obtained by pursuing ACCA while working. Okay, we can go to the next slide. Okay, why ACCA? First reason for me, it's a destiny. I can call it that because in 2008, I graduated from university. Initially, my dream is to study abroad and gain a scholarship to study overseas. I spent several months pursuing a scholarship, but I'm not successful at that time. One thing opportunity came is that it's not through a scholarship to a university, but a work opportunity in Singapore and Malaysia, where the potential employer actually offers me to pursue ACCA while working. I didn't take that opportunity at that time and pass those opportunity, but I eventually come up again and met with ACCA during my work experience in ConocoPhillips. By joining the ConocoPhillips, they also provide a scholarship, and the ACCA fees is actually covered by the company. And back in 2011, I think one of the person listed in Pak Manish Gidwani slides, the CFO for Medco Energy, Tony Mathias, is actually my managers at that time. So he was one of the person that pushes me to pursue the professional certification, and he approves my application for scholarship. So ACCA has come to my life 2 times, and I think that's one of the reasons that I am determined to pursue it until I can finish it. And the second reason is that I choose ACCA over another professional certification is it provides global recognition. As the name says, the Association of Chartered and Certified Accountant, it's recognized in not only just one country, but several countries around the world. So that's what makes me choose the ACCA professional certification. The third reason is transparency. When I decided to pursue a professional certification, I actually list down the ones that I am interested in, and I look over each one by one, and I found out that ACCA is the only ones that provides all the materials, all the past papers, past materials, all the syllabus is there. If you want to Google it, you can search it, and then you can find it available in the website. So that's one of the things that pushes me to choose ACCA. And the last one is to support my career development. Later on, you will see on my next slide how pursuing ACCA has supported me throughout my careers. And you can go to the next slide with that. If you heard that Manish is one of the fastest to pursue the ACCA, maybe I'm one of the longest to pursue the ACCA, but I'm not ashamed by that. But it
No,
just
the
proves
main thing
you.
you finished it, Pa Aditya. That's the main thing.
Yes, that's the main thing. And as you guys probably have heard the quotes that the measure of success is not how many times you success, but how many times you rise from your fall. So that's the quote that I have always reminded myself. I don't want to give up. I'm very determined to finish my ACCA. I can find 1,000 of reasons of why I did not pass it on the first attempt, but I don't focus to that, but I just focus on how can I finish and like how can I pass it on the next attempt. So you can see that my ACCA journey started in 2011. I started by taking one paper at a time. The green means pass and the yellow means I haven't been able to pass it on the first trial, but there are several times that I can pass it on my first trial. And on the bottom black boxes, you can see throughout my journey, I have been actually from 2008 until now, it's almost 11, 12 years at the company. I've been rotated to 8 different positions. So that leads to the message that Pak Manish mentioned earlier. It's learning about the business process. Don't pass the opportunity if you're being offered to take a job outside of finance. And I don't regret my decision back in end of 2017, early of 2018, when I was being offered the opportunity to join the gas commercial in the company. So I took that challenge, and it proved to be very rewarding to myself. So apart from usually if we're accountant, we deal a lot with the cost side of the business. So how to optimize costs, how to analyze the cost. But currently I can see the overall big picture of the business by joining the commercial, by actually seeing how the market is going on and how the overall economy affects the company as well, not only just looking at the financial statements. So in the 2013, I helped my employer to become the ACCA approved employer. It means that you don't need to register or submit a documentation for the 3 years professional experience. You just need to complete a form and then you'll get exempted for the experience. And one of the opportunity or rare opportunity is the FEP. The slides that I will show later on will also show you that I am being appointed as one of the representative for the business unit to join a global training program in US located in Houston and Bartlesville, when I got on with 11 another people chosen from each business unit from different backgrounds. There are some from Houston, some from Bartlesville, some from Qatar, and one from Norway. So it's from a diverse background. So it provide me a global opportunity, and ACCA has helped me in achieving my dream to achieve a scholarship or even an experience to work abroad. I can show you my experience in the next slide. And this is the fun part of it, and one of the rewards that I think I obtained, even before achieving the ACCA member, I was being chosen as one of the business unit representatives. Maybe we can go to the next slide. So you can see here I am on the left, third left on the top there with my friends in the Finance Excellence program. It's a globally recognized program in the company where the representative is from the business unit is being elected to join the program. It's an intense program, and we are being given opportunity to present to the executive leadership team, not only to the business unit leader, but also to the executive leadership team from the company, which the direct report of the CFO at that time. So it's a big opportunity and a big reward and achievement for me at that time. And we can go to the next slide, please. And this is some of the activities. Not only accountants use the norms, we used to deal a lot with the numbers, but not only that, we also need to learn about communication and to build network with others. So here's my journey as well in the US when I was joined in the program. We have a lot of activities and we have a lot of fun there, apart from the serious stuff such as the presentation. And the next one. Yes, this is me in Barksville, Oklahoma at that time, as well as during the graduation party of the program. I think that's all my sharing session. That's all my slide for today. Thank you for the opportunity once again. And with that, I give it back to Ibu Sasha or Ibu Sophie.
Okay, thank you, Pak Aditya.
Thank you.
Next, Ibu Sophie.
Okay, can you hear me? Really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, hello everyone, and thank you for your time here. And also thank you for ACCA team. And for this opportunity, firstly, I wish I can give you an inspiring or an insight for you since I'm still a student in ACCA and still find my way like you guys. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sophie Aurelia. I'm undergraduate ACCA student and I'm 20 years old. Okay, next slide. Okay, my education. Firstly, I'm graduate from diploma at the University of Indonesia, majoring in accounting, and I continue my bachelor degree through ACCA. I wish I can get the Oxford Brookes University and will graduate on next year. And first question of you from you guys first, why I choose ACCA? Okay, next slide. Okay, in Indonesia, we need 4 years to get our bachelor degree, and especially if we already got my diploma degree like me, I need 2 until 3 years to continue to get my bachelor degree. So unfortunately, I need around 5 years to get my bachelor degree and without any professional like ACCA, so it's really wasting my time, I think. Next slide. But in ACCA, first I got a chance to get my bachelor degree from Oxford Brookes University just around for 1.5 years. And I also got a chance to get my professional certified accountant from ACCA as like we know, advanced diploma in accounting. And I have an opportunity to get courses from professional, and I also got a lot of practice in ACCA, in LSIF, which make me become more developing in accounting. And I also got connecting because when we got certified from ACCA, and I think our CV is become more great because I have a case when I am one of person who very active in LinkedIn, and I wrote that I'm a member of ACCA, and surprisingly, I got a lot of opportunity that there is a lot of HR company direct me from message and got offering the opportunity to work in their company. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this is my work experience. So last year, I just got an internship at Volcative Media Group. And next, I got an internship also at PT Paragon Technology as their intern finance. And I also got a job at Shopee as a marketing team, KOL. And this years, I got an opportunity to be a junior auditor from KPY Santosa, or you know, it's a Praxiti member. And now I am at Mazars in Indonesia as audit assistant. And next slide. Okay, so this is maybe the benefit we have when we join the ACCA. So as you know, I put my ACCA on my LinkedIn, and surprisingly, this is my chance I got from that LinkedIn. First, I got an opportunity to join Vivo Mobile Indonesia as their financial planning and analyst. At this August, their HR contact me and asking me about my college, about my ACCA program, and they offer me to get the job at their company. But I decided to reject because I have a dream since I am at senior high school. I want to become an auditor. So I work hardly to be an auditor. And also at September, I got an opportunity to become a candidate at next year Internasional, but unfortunately as an accounting associate. So I rejected it also. And this is the dilemma months from September until October, because in September, I got an offering to become an audit associate at Creston and become first of undergraduate employee, because they see me I can become an auditor with this case, because I'm still a student like you guys. But I pending the confirmation to them, and on October I test at EY. I test, and lucky I got the opportunity to become EY as junior auditor next year. And also this October, I got the opportunity to join Mazars in Indonesia as audit assistant. So I think like you guys, I still learning about anything. I have an experience, and I hope it makes me a lot who makes me who I am right now. So this is my picture. This first, I got an internship from at Volcative, and the second one that is my last day at PT Paragon. And the third one, this is me and with Shopee team. And the last one, this is me as a junior auditor. This is the first time I assigned to Kalimantan. This is me and my senior and my my client. It's such a lot of thing I got that, because that was the first time I become an auditor. And at my team, I'm the woman only who assigned to Kalimantan, and I don't know, it just makes me happy, because I think I already got an opportunity, and I want to learn more from my senior, from my client. And yes, I got a lot of things to learn there, and I'm very happy with my job as an auditor. Okay, there's next slide. Or oh, okay, maybe that is from me. And if you have a lot of thing about ACCA or about my journey in ACCA, because I still learn, I still need to finish 3 modules in ACCA. And if you have anything to ask me, you can feel free to ask me. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bu
Thank
Sophie.
you, Sophie.
You're welcome.
Okay, dear participants, I will open a question and answer session. You can type your question on chat box. You can ask to Mr. Manish, Bu Hani, or Pak Aditya, or Bu Sophie. Any question? Or there's question from lecturers?
Yeah, if there is no question, we can actually ask the question.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever actually will be respond correctly, but only one for each question, will get the souvenir as usual. Okay, so I mentioned, and also I think Pavanis earlier, has kind of a relate the 5 career zones in the Oracle video. So maybe if anyone get correctly 5 of those career zones, just type in the chat box and they'll get the souvenir from us.
Oh, I think they did that already.
Already? Did?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I did that. I asked that question earlier.
Okay,
So that
that's from my
and a
side.
lot of responses on that.
Okay, no worries. Okay, then
Yes.
maybe you can ask from your slide that you haven't asked Pak Manis.
Sure. I think there is a question, I think, here.
Oh, there you go. There comes.
Yeah.
Now, we know what is the most important thing or trait for young students that want to go to become a accounting professional?
Sure. So, what is the most important thing or trait, that for young students that want to become an accounting professional? So, in my view, if you want to have a trait or a habit that you want to become an accounting professional, I think is the trait of always wanting to be curious. And there's this value becoming an accountant called the professional skepticism, where you are always questioning. You have an alert mind and you're always questioning. So that when you're always alert and you're always questioning, you always have this tendency to know more and learn more. That's one of the quality that I look for in my team, that are in my audit team or in my consulting team, who when you say something to them, they always go beyond, above and average. So they always see, oh, what about this? What about this? Things that I didn't think about, they are able to think. Yeah, so that's one of the traits that I appreciate. Second is the desire to always wanting to grow, because when you are putting yourself in the finance field, you feel that that's your definition. You are defined by finance. But what Pa Aditya did, what Sophie did, she even did marketing jobs. Pa Aditya did a lot of other commercial jobs. Allow yourself to be open, because that's where will bring you far. You have so much of exposure in different fields, because when you are into only finance and you think that that's my exposure, by learning professional certification, you will limit yourself, because at the leadership level you need exposure for both. So a person who's always listening and you're willing to understand business processes, I think that's another trait. Of course, the other thing is always growing yourself with new certifications every year. I think it will really add up value to your profile. Hani?
Yeah, I think this is a great question. And if you can actually pretty much strategize yourself into getting the, I would say actually getting the mindset into the 7 professional quotients that we have actually spoken earlier. You know, there is the intelligent, there is the emotional quotients, there is the experience, there is the vision, you know, and there is also the things about digital, right? And of course, all of that cannot be completed without the technical and ethical skills, right? So if you feel like what are the traits that are important, if you look back at those 7 professional questions, which is actually also, well, it's been established by a global qualification like ACCA, and it's actually been successfully, you know, shown that a lot of the professionals in the world were actually be able to achieve in terms of advancement in their career as an accountant. So you probably should have think that, okay, so I think actually I need to kind of segregate my skills, or at least focus on my careers based on these 7 professional quotients, you know, like for example, okay, there is the experience, of course, like Pak Mani said, you know, this experience is very important. You also need to experience a lot of other things. It's not just like one type of like maybe audit, but then again, audit, it could also be evolved in some way. There is this technology in audit, right? So you also have to learn more about those digital transformation or technology disruptions in the field of audit, right? So if, of course, for the intelligence and emotional quotients, well, obviously, if you already been able to finish like a certain degree or some modules in ACCA, definitely you need to have some type of intelligence itself, and also the emotional quotients. You need to be able to communicate what you think is actually you want to convey to the other party, so that makes the other people understand your message,
I think
right?
particularly about the trait, the trait.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so important. The communication skill is so important. So
Yes.
push yourself to be at the front. Yeah, don't be at the behind. Whenever you have in your own university any activities or organization, you have opportunity to take any leadership roles or organization head or something, take it up. Take it up, because that will push. You know, when I look at CVs, I always say this person done any organization work, any social work, because I know if a person is or has those experience and has social work, he becomes a very caring person because he's able to work with team. So at work also the person will become very caring towards their work. Yeah. So this is a good trait to have. Allow yourself to have such exposure.
Yeah, maybe one thing if I can add, you know, at my age where, you know, some of my peers from Airlangga days now already like, you know, becomes partners or president of companies and they're accountants. And I can definitely see like one trait that is actually also, I mean, I think it's very I would say important to have is the ability for you to also not being satisfied quickly, you know. So you keep being agile, and then you know, like Pak Mani said, you know, being curious, to see what's out there, and then to add on your experience or qualification. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Next question.
Is it clear, Alvin? The second question, is it possible to join ACCA BINUS program during enrichment internship programs? I will answer the question. It's depend on your time management, I think, right? Because as we know, Ibu Sophie and Pak Aditya also working while they finish the modules, right? Or maybe Pak Aditya can share.
Yes, there is
during
nothing that is impossible. So yeah, it proves to be a bit challenging if you have the opportunity to focus on that study so you can be faster in competing. That will be good. But if you do it while working ACCA, the one thing also that's good is that it provides you with flexibility. Previously, when I first joined, they only gave 2 exam sessions a year, but now they gave 4 exam sessions a year. So that's a good advancement in the ACCA professional certification. It also provides you with the flexibility and arrange your time and do it at your pace and make sure that you complete it timely and according to your needs as well.
Yeah. Great.
So, Hasham, if I can add, there is a lot of flexibility in learning. So if they are doing the internship and, if they want to also expose this, there we have blended learning systems where they can watch videos of our classes and then attend reinforcing live sessions. Then we'll monitor their progress tests, their mock exams, and then help them through the process. Yeah. So I think it is definitely possible as long as you are willing to commit to certain things. Yeah, certain things are non-negotiable, like the progress tests and mock exams is a must-have. If you skip some class sessions but you're able to watch the videos, it's fine because you're able to watch the videos later. But you still have to do the topical assessments. So we will walk you through the journey, but certain things are non-negotiable. So that requires some commitment.
Yeah. So it's really possible. Okay. Any question?
Okay, I think that's all.
No more from participants and lecturers?
Yeah, lecturers. I think it's good to hear from the lecturers.
From RT.
There's a question.
Yeah. Nowadays, in 4.0 era, we have known that the emergence of sophisticated technology, the rise of data each time, and any disruption changing several jobs. For example, accountant and auditor to be able to work with technology. In your opinion, is it possible that the accountant will transform into that data scientist, data analytics?
Okay. Yeah. There was this thinking. This is a very good question. Whether should will accountants will become data scientists or data analytics? Yeah. So what I have read and what I've understood and what I've spoken to people is like this. It's good to learn the technology. In fact, I am learning one of those technologies in terms of the programming. But what is important is actually again and again, I must say, those are only tools. If you focus on the technical aspects only, then you will lose focus from the overall business growth and business strategy. Because I would suggest that finance professionals positions themselves more as strategists than only data analytics or being a data scientist, because those skills, analytics and visualizations, will be useful if you know what to do with the data. But if your strategies are not clear, if you do not focus on the strategies, then what will you do with so much of data? So I think it is more strategic for you to position yourself in that role, that I will still be the business leader, the finance leader, with the skill of data analytics, with the skill of data science, instead of changing into the technical aspects, because that particular role cannot operate without the business case itself. So I would suggest that. Maybe Buhani and Aditya and Sophie have different view, but my suggestion is to keep yourself as in the strategic role first.
Yeah, Pak Manis, I think you are exactly right. I think, we need to position ourselves as a technology evangelist or data evangelist. So it means like you're actually choosing the right technology that needs to be applied for the company to attain the objectives that you want, right? So means like you actually are playing a strategic position here, choosing the right strategy, which application, which technology that you think it's actually will be applicable for your business to attain the objectives, and so not the other way around.
Okay. The next question from Nurlia. When is the best time to take a ACCA program? Maybe Bu Hani can answer.
Well, if you like to join, you can join anytime. So there is no, actually, for me, for us, people have a different, I would say, time or, calling, like Aditya said, he needs to be reminded like twice to get actually into ACCA. So if anyone actually think that now is the right time and you felt like you have already the motivation, yeah, just, contact your academic advisor, I think in BINUS, that you are interested, and then we will take care from there. Thank you.
If I may add to Bu Hani, I think my personal answer would be the earlier is the better, because it gives you it gives you just it gives you just the start that you need.
Much, ya, Pak.
No, yes, don't take too much, don't overthink it. Just do it, and
just
eventually, if you decide from the beginning that it's your needs and it's you who are the one who wants the certification, then I would think, why would delay it? So let's just start it now, and the first step is always the hardest one.
Yeah, just like getting into exercise, ya, Pak.
Yes.
Thanks for reminding me, Bu.
Yeah, because just do it, once you already get into it, like, oh, yeah, it's actually good, yeah. So, but just the problem is sometimes we are too lazy.
The first step.
Yeah, the first step
is always the first step.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, some module of ACCA for BINUS accounting students have been exempted, right, Bu Hani?
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
the student don't need to take all the exam.
Yeah. Damis, maybe you also can help on this here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. For BINUS students, actually has passed an, we call it accreditation. So we are mapping your syllabus with ACCA syllabus, and BINUS has successfully received 8 exemptions from ACCA. So that means you don't have to take the whole exam to be able to be ACCA member. So therefore, the program for BINUS students at the moment is the first step is to do the financial accounting to get a diploma in accounting and business certificates from ACCA. And then you can continue to take another 2 modules in applied skills level to get advanced diploma from ACCA. And if you are inspired enough to get the double degree from Oxford Brookes University, then you need to do the 3 exams. That's financial reporting, audit and assurance, and financial management, plus the RAP, as explained by Pamanesh and Bu Hani earlier. Then you can get both advanced diploma of accounting and business from ACCA, as well as the Bachelor of Science from Oxford Brookes University. So, yeah.
So Bu Damis, BINUS students only need to do financial accounting to get the diploma, and they only need to do 3 modules to get the bachelor's degree with the RAP.
Yes,
that's
correct.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
in total,
such an opportunity for them,
Yeah.
that they only need to do. I had to do the whole journey, so I'm envious of them.
Yeah. Apalagi saya.
Yeah, that's huge benefit actually for BINUS students.
Yeah. Thank you, Bu Dames. Next question, special for Miss Sophie. How come in such young age, Kak Sophie are able to do an intern in a lot of company with big names. It is one of the programs provided by UI, or it's just a personal desire of working and studying at the same time?
Okay, thank you, Nathan, for your question. Unlike you guys, I'm still learning. I still remember when I am at my first semester in accounting, I cry a lot and thinking I'm not belong here, because since we know accounting is hard to understand, but since third semester, I determined to do internship, and yes, I do it by myself. From UI, I just they provide me to do an internship at KP Santosa, and the rest I do it for myself. And also, as Mr. Manish said, yes, I'm one of the bank reconciliation project, and the LSRF and ACCA also give us the opportunity to do a lot of internship like that.
And Bu Sophie, I must say that your senior has said that you're doing an excellent job at the bank reconciliations that you're doing.
Thank you.
So I must say, I think you have a strong desire to succeed, and win. Yeah. So
thank you.
Very exemplary to the rest.
It's surprising to know that you did actually cry too in the first semester, yeah, because you did already achieve a lot of amazing things. I was talking with Pak Manis, she actually, have tens the various of experience and opportunities, and I'm glad that you'll be able to share that to the audience, especially, when you mentioned that in LinkedIn, you get actually approached by, the HR, and that's actually quite something. Thank you for sharing that with us as well.
Sophie, I think you should mention your Instagram ID somewhere so people can ask you questions. Because I know you are an influencer yourself. You can put it in the chat box so people who want to ask questions.
ID.
Okay. So guys, if you have a question, you can contact me through my Instagram or on my LinkedIn also, at me, Sophia Aurelia. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there any question? Any more question? No more? No more questions? Okay, if there are no more questions, I will give back the Zoom to the MC for closing. Thank you and see you next time.
Yeah, thank you, Mbak Sasha.
Thank you, Mbak Sasha.
Jonathan.
Okay.
Aditya.
So everyone,
thank you.
Before the seminar will be ended, please fill in the feedback link that will be available. Katias, can you please show the feedback link?
Sure.
It moves slides, I think. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And for everyone, after finish video photo session together.
I think your
Sure.
voice is breaking up, Jonathan. Is it?
For all the participants, kindly fill up all the data in the Google form and make sure you fill up your full name, as that Google form also is for your e-certificate. And also after you fill up all this Google form, maybe we can take a picture first for this webinar. Jonathan, maybe you can lead. Thank you.
I 12:45 ya.
Jonathan, are we taking pictures now?
And if it's ready, please share to take the picture so it will be easier. Because there's still the PowerPoint. Okay, so I'm gonna take a picture from the first page. There are 16 pages. So page 1, be ready in 3, 2, and 1. Again, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, second pages, 3, 2, and 1. Page 3, 3, 2, and 1. Page 4, 3, 2, and 1. Page 5, 3, 2, and 1. Page 7, page 8, okay, finish. And for everyone, thank you for being for attending this seminar. I hope and I believe that this knowledge that we get today will be essential for us and will be important for us in the future. At last, me and the committees want to apologize if there's any mistake or there are some words that are not pleasing for you. And see you on another events. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Jonathan. You
you.
did an awesome job. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Sir
you. Thank you.
Manish, Damen.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you so
Mr.
much.
Manish.
Sophia.
Thank you, Jo. Thank you,
Thank you,
Giselle.
Bu
Bu
Hani.
Sasha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mas Adit, Sophie.
Thank you
Bu
juga.
Hani,
Thank
Pak
you
Manish,
juga.
Matias.
Thank
Happy
you
weekend
semua.
semua.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.